election campaigning in Britain for the general election on December 12th. And also, I keep a constant watch every day on happenings in the United States.
The world as we know it is about to end. The world as we know it is about to end. David White.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free, when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated to. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch it. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bars, so you think you're free.
What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers.
We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
Persuade people that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see, you can't. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have.
Hello, this is Morse Mutual Insurance. I think we can do that.
Let me get the story right. The press claim that you claim to be the Son of God.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yes, you see, the thing is that...
you calling for some wheels?
Really.
I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
Like to most people, what will come to mind, those of a certain age, will be, that was that bloke on Wogan. And it was a interview that changed
I'll bring it to
my
you.
life.
I'll get back to it then.
I couldn't turn the television on and hear my name mentioned without enormous laughter. I couldn't walk down the street without being laughed at by most of the people. Going into a pub, forget it, there was uproar. Rain mad! It was an extremely challenging time, but it turned out to be the making of me in many ways. And Pam here has never seen it at all, because it was not known to her until she came and met me and started to realise this interview was highly significant in my life.
Let me
every
interrupt
day.
you. Was it a great shock for you to discover this at 38?
Well, I think the... Oh, nice one, Tom. I think the word... Let's take the piss. I'm delighted that there's so much laughter in the audience tonight.
But no, it's a...
Yeah, now's the great line.
Just let me say this.
They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you.
We're all going to laugh at you. Scary movies.
For me, watching that, I find it really painful to hear an audience laugh at anyone. There was something so powerful for me in watching what you were saying, resonated true with me, and for people to laugh hurt me greatly.
I remember one day going out to fetch the washing in, and there was a camera outside filming you just getting the washing in off the line and bringing it in up to the house. And people shouting from the top of scaffolding, "Oi, nutter," "Oi, Jesus," or "Where's your Bible," or whatever.
Your family's this, your dad's mad, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the headline was that day, you know. You'd walk around and you'd hear laughing and stuff like that, and it got to the point where you realised that it was because of you. You knew that, you know.
I can remember Gareth coming home one day and saying, some boy had said, "Your dad's mad." So Gareth said, "So's yours." And this boy said, "But you don't know my dad." And Gareth said, "Exactly."
The hardest thing for me about the whole business that followed the Wogan show was the effect on my family. They were being laughed at, they were being ridiculed, they were being followed to school by journalists and stuff like that. But when I look at my kids now, not Jamie, he wasn't around at the time, obviously, but Gareth and Kerry. They are what they are, as we all are, not despite what had happened to them and what they experienced, but because of it. What life tends to do is hide its greatest gifts and present them as your worst nightmare. The mass ridicule that I had as a result of the Wogan show set me free of the prison that most people live in, which is the fear of what other people think. You're looking at the person who has gone on national television and radio in Britain, America, and talked about the fact that the elite families, including the royal family, are beyond the 5 sense level of their apparent human body, not human as we would perceive human. And they seem to take on that level beyond human sight a reptilian form. Now, if you are in any way in fear of what other people think of you, no way, Jose, are you going to start talking and writing about those things.
They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you. Fine. Laughing at you. They're not laughing with you. They're not laughing with you. Fine.
Towards the end of 1989, I started getting this feeling to go to Peru. So purely on intuition, I got on a plane to Peru. I'm daydreaming, looking out the window. It's like a transit van thing with windows. Suddenly I saw this mound. And as I looked at the mound, all I got in my head was, come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me, over and over. I'm thinking, that mound's talking to me. What's happening? I walked up the mound, and when I got to the top, there was a circle of standing stones. And I walked to the center of this circle, and suddenly my feet started to burn. It's like I'm plugged into the mains. I mean, I'm kind of shaking. And then I heard this line go through my head really clear. First of all, they will be talking about this 100 years from now. And secondly, it will be over when you feel the rain. And then the rain hit me, and it was like, boom, off. I was never the same again. What started to happen was concepts were pouring into my mind. It was like my mind got to the point where it could no longer filter this information that was pouring into me. And that was the period that I hit the Wogan show.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Thank you.
First off, I'd like to give you your birthday card. I didn't fall in love with David Icke. I fell in love with a man. I was on a journey myself. My life took me to Jamaica in 1997, August, to a conference, and it was there that I heard David Icke speak about the 5 sense understanding of the manipulation. And I, like 1,000 other people at that conference, listened to that, and it absolutely, you could hear a pin drop during this 4-hour talk. It was only 3 months later when I met David again in Aruba in 1997. And the rest is history, really. When we held hands, I felt like I was flying.
Right way up.
Yeah.
What is it?
Penn Station.
Oh, only what? Ivan Berriman, fantastic artist on the RY. That's the one. Brilliant. Good shape, Jamie. Hey, that's excellent, mate. Class. I was a real loner as a kid, and I always believed that things in life that I wanted to happen happened to other people. I used to play football.
You doing this, huh? The product's in the back of the truck and ready to move. Get it to the buyer, and you're done.